My name is Kyla, and I still don't know if what I did that day makes me the villain or the only one who finally told the truth. It started the day before my brother's wedding. A bright, sticky summer Friday that smelled like cut grass, champagne, and secrets. The house was full of people. Laughter from the kitchen, music from the backyard, that fake, glittery kind of happiness families put on before everything explodes. I'd come home early from the city to help with the rehearsal dinner. My brother Ethan was marrying a woman named Leah. Perfect hair, perfect smile, perfect lies. Everyone adored her. Everyone except me. Ethan and I had always been close. The kind of siblings who could talk without speaking. But for the last year, something had been wrong. He'd stopped calling. He looked tired. He'd brush it off when I asked, saying, "Just stress. Leah wants everything perfect." But I'd seen the way she looked at him, like he was a pet she could train. And when she thought no one was watching, her smile would drop, sharp as glass. That afternoon, I was in the living room tying little white ribbons around gift bags when I said it out loud, half laughing, half relieved. I can't wait for tomorrow. And that's when Aunt Marla froze. She was standing by the window, stirring sugar into her coffee, her reflection warped in the glass. Her hand stopped mid-stir, her face drained of color. "What did you just say?" she asked quietly. I blinked. "That I can't wait for tomorrow? For the wedding?" Her lips trembled, and for a second I thought she was sick. She put the spoon down so carefully it didn't make a sound. "Tomorrow," she whispered. Oh God, the air felt wrong, heavy. I could hear laughter in the kitchen, my mom, Leah, bridesmaids. But everything around us went muffled, like the house itself was holding its breath. Marla grabbed my arm. Her fingers were cold. "Kyla," she said, "there's something you don't know. Something about Leah." My heart kicked. "What do you mean?" She hesitated, looked toward the kitchen. "Not here." We went upstairs, into my old bedroom. Pink walls, dusty trophies, the faint smell of the lavender candle I used to burn when I was 16. She locked the door. "What's going on?" I asked. She took a deep breath, like the words might burn her on the way out. "Leah isn't who you think she is," I laughed nervously. "I already figured that out. No." Her eyes filled with something raw, guilt. "You don't understand. She was engaged before, to someone in our family." My stomach twisted. "What?" She nodded slowly. "To your father." I actually laughed. It came out broken. That's insane. Dad's been gone for 3 years." "I know." She sat down on the edge of the bed, her hands shaking. "They met before you were born. He was in his 20s. She was a teenager. Your grandmother made him end it when she found out. Leah's mother moved away, changed her name, and when your father died, Leah came back. I didn't recognize her at first. None of us did. I felt sick." The room tilted. "You're saying my brother is marrying Dad's ex-fiancée?" She nodded. "And Leah knows. I heard her say it on the phone. Finally, I'll finish what I started." The words hit like a slap. "No," I whispered. "No, she wouldn't." "She would," Aunt Marla said. "Leah blames your family for everything. For her mother's breakdown, for her own life falling apart. She's marrying Ethan to destroy you all. And tomorrow," she swallowed hard, "she's planning something." "What kind of something?" I asked. But before she could answer, someone knocked on the door. "Kyla? You in there?" It was Leah's voice, light, musical, too sweet. Marla's face went pale. She mouthed, "Don't say anything." I opened the door just a crack. Leah stood in the hallway, wearing white silk and that same plastic smile. "Hey," she said. "We need help setting up the centerpieces. Everyone's waiting." "Sure," I said, forcing a smile. She lingered for a moment, eyes flicking past me into the room. "Everything okay? Fine?" Her smile widened, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Good. You know how important tomorrow is." When she left, Aunt Marla exhaled. "You have to stop this wedding." "How? No one will believe me." "Then find proof, tonight." I didn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Ethan's face, happy, in love, completely unaware that the woman beside him was a ghost from our father's past. I searched Leah's room after midnight, when the house was quiet. Her suitcase was open, rows of perfect clothes, a makeup bag, a folder. I flipped it open. Inside were old photographs. A young Leah with my father, laughing by a lake, his arm around her. Her wearing a bracelet I remembered from childhood. My mother's bracelet. There was also a letter. In shaky handwriting, "You took everything from me. Tomorrow I'll take something back." I felt ice crawl up my spine. My hands were shaking as I folded the letter back, careful not to leave a trace. My brain was spinning. Maybe she didn't mean it literally. Maybe it was old. Maybe she'd changed. But then I found the pills. A small white bottle in her toiletry bag, labeled with Ethan's name. Prescription heart medication. My brother didn't have a heart condition. Leah did. My heart thudded so hard it hurt. She'd switched their bottles. I stood there in the dark, shaking so hard I thought I'd drop the bottle. The label had Ethan's name on it, but the pills inside weren't his prescription. Leah had planned to switch them, slowly, subtly, enough to make him sick, weak, dependent on her. And tomorrow, when everyone toasted there forever, she'd give him the last dose, the one that would stop his heart. I couldn't breathe. I slipped the bottle back, closed the bag, and stumbled out of the room. The hallway creaked under my bare feet. Every shadow felt alive. Every noise made me jump. I went to find Aunt Marla, but her door was closed. I knocked softly. No answer. When I pushed it open, she was sitting on the bed, staring at the wall. She didn't look surprised to see me. "You found it, didn't you?" she whispered. I nodded. "She's planning to poison him." Her eyes closed. "I was afraid of that. Why didn't you tell someone sooner?" "Because I wasn't sure," she said. "And because if I'd been wrong it would have destroyed the family." I sank onto the edge of the bed. "Well, it's about to be destroyed anyway." Marla looked at me. Really looked at me. "You have to make sure she exposes herself. If you go to the police now, she'll deny everything. But if she does it in front of everyone..." "She won't get the chance," I said. "Kyla." But I was already standing. My mind was made up. In the next morning, sunlight poured through the stained glass windows of St. Mary's Chapel like shards of gold. Everyone was dressed in white and blush and champagne colors. The air smelled like roses and hairspray. Ethan looked radiant, nervous but happy. When he hugged me before the ceremony, I felt the lump in my throat rote. I wanted to scream, "Don't drink anything she gives you." But I just said, "You look good, big brother." He smiled. "You okay?" "Yeah," I lied. Then Leah walked in, white lace, glowing, smiling like an angel carved out of ice. She saw me and winked, and I knew. She knew I knew. The ceremony blurred by, words, vows, rings, applause. Then came the reception, soft music, clinking glasses, laughter, and champagne. Lots of champagne. I watched Leah pour it herself. She picked up one glass from the tray, swirled it slowly, then added a small white pill from her clutch, pretending to fix her lipstick. Her hand was steady. She placed that glass at Ethan's seat. My heart hammered. I couldn't move, couldn't think. The world narrowed to that single crystal flute on the table. Then Leah turned and saw me watching. She smiled. That cold, knowing smile. I walked toward her. My heels clicked on the tile like gunshots. "Beautiful wedding," I said, my voice calm, even though I felt fire in my veins. She tilted her head. "Isn't it?" I leaned in. "You forgot something." Her eyes flickered. "What?" "This." I reached into my pocket and held up my phone. Video recording still running. Her face didn't move. "What is that?" "Footage of your room, of the pills, of the letter. I sent copies to the best man and the priest. If Ethan drinks that glass, this whole place will know who you are." For the first time, her smile cracked. "Just a little." She laughed softly. "You think anyone will believe you? You're jealous, you always were." "Maybe," I said. "But I also switched the glasses." Her eyes widened. "What?" she whispered. The room had gone quieter, like the air itself was listening. "You heard me," I said. "If that pill's harmless, you'll be fine. If not." I glanced at the glass she was holding. "Then I guess we'll see who you really are." Her hand trembled. People started turning. Cameras lifted. Ethan looked confused. "What's going on?" Leah's breath came fast. She tried to set the glass down, but I was faster. I took it from her and handed it to him. "Drink, Ethan," I said. "To your beautiful wife." Leah's voice broke. "Don't." Everyone froze. And in that second, that raw, naked second, every mask she'd ever worn shattered. She lunged for the glass, knocking it from his hand. It crashed to the floor, shattering. The champagne hissed and bubbled. She screamed, "You don't understand. They ruined my life. Your father. He," and then stopped, realizing what she'd said. Silence. Every eye in the room was on her. Ethan's face went pale. "My father? What about my father?" She backed away, shaking. "He promised me everything. Your mother stole him from me. And now you—" She stopped again, eyes darting wildly. People were whispering, cameras flashing. I said quietly, "You were going to finish what you started." Her knees buckled. Security came. Someone called the police. Aunt Marla appeared behind me, tears streaming down her face. They found the rest of the pills in her bag. The handwriting analysis matched the letter. She confessed to everything, the obsession, the plan, the revenge. And Ethan, he just sat there for a long time staring at the broken glass on the floor. It's been 6 months. The wedding never happened. The story made the local papers. Bride arrested for attempted poisoning. Ethan's better now. He moved out of state, started therapy, found a quiet job. Aunt Marla and I still talk every week. We don't talk about that day, but sometimes she'll just say, "You did what you had to do." Maybe she's right. Sometimes I still hear Leah's voice in my head, the way she whispered, "Tomorrow." And sometimes when I think about how close we all came to losing everything, I wonder if fate gave me a warning through those words. I can't wait for tomorrow. Because I didn't know that moment that tomorrow was the day everything would burn, and that I'd be the one to light the match.